everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Studios Series Gamer Edition number 4, War for Cybertron, Megatron. Keep him in front of the box. We'll go ahead and put him off to the side real quick and look at the set box. Yeah, you got some, I think this might be an in-game model. I'm not 100% certain, but yeah. Number 4, you got the little D-pad, Megatron Gamer Edition Transformers, the box and Generations and Takara Tomy and War for Cybertron up here, and another close-up of him there in Voyager class, and on this side you have him again, the little D-pad, authentic, and down here you have manufacturing, who's included in everything, and also on the back you have some product shots, copyrights, warnings, and yeah, Megatron launches a full attack on the space station guarded by Starscream and his army. Yeah, at the beginning of War for Cybertron. Also, you might notice, I forgot to mention this on the Brawn video, but no more plastic-free packaging because apparently they're now using plastic twist ties again, which bugs the crap out of me. Because now I have to throw, now it's a pain in the butt to deal with when just, getting rid of it. All the rest of it is just to throw it in recycling. Nope, not anymore. I have to throw it in the trash now, so. But it also comes with a backdrop, which is in here. Pull that out real quick. Which, yep, it is somewhere in the game. I don't remember which part. I want to say this is like the second level or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, you got that. Maybe it is the first level. But yeah, you got that. You can pose them there, looking all menacing and all that stuff. Or you can just recycle it. You also have the instructions, which are pretty straightforward. He's not too difficult to understand. Yeah. Megatron. This is War for Cybertron Megatron. There's been some definitely talk about this one. But yeah. Getting in close, you can see he's got a very dour expression. He got silver face. Got his bucket helmet, red eyes, all that stuff. You got the red and purple right there. You got the Decepticon symbol, more red and all that stuff. You got all that purple and the dark grays and more purple in there, and the, kind of the tread looking shin things and some more red and asymmetry, which I like. The cannon, which is like separate in the box, but it's this is closer to accurate to the game than the original, but although some people argue it's still too small. Back is not quite right, the back is a little different, but that's that sort of thing. But there you go. That's what he looks like here. I like how he looks, but yeah, some people are kind of miffed about certain things. He also comes, of course, with his Energon axe or mace, which comes in 2 separate pieces. It's got a kind of a particular, you have to plug it in a specific way. Yeah, that bits of purple there. And if anyone freaks out about, oh no, they didn't finish painting, it actually looks like that in the game too. It does look like that there's just a cutoff where the purple stops. So this is accurate. This is not a case of they cheaped out on the paint. This is correct. So just be aware of that. But yeah, of course, this goes in his hand. Of course, the problem is because the way it goes in his hand, well, it's yeah. The way it goes in his hand, yeah, it's a little, yeah, long, but you can swing that around, I guess. You can also, if you want, take this and plug it in back here. If you want, using that peg, just kind of have it chilling out back there, however you want. He's also compatible with the whole gun thing. You can pull that arm off. Not this one though, but you can pull this arm off and do the whole. If you want, well, different guns, but yeah, you can do that. Which is not correct, because he's always had this fusion cannon. Yeah, just to show off real quick. Yeah, this is Optimus's, but there you go, yep. You can do that. Unfortunately, you can't also put this on. But again, if you don't have the axle with it, you can just store this on the back or something. This, as far as I can tell, can't store anywhere. Wait, this again. I'm stupid. Right here. Tab slots. Although, yeah, it doesn't seem like it doesn't store super well. It's clear it's supposed to, but it doesn't. It's very clear. There's 2 tabs right there, and there's 2 slots right there, and they line up, but it is not gripping, like, at all. So, that sucks. But, yep. That's the thing you can still do if you want. So there you go. So yeah, it's compatible with pretty much all of them. Yeah, he looks great. I think he's also pretty close to the game for the most part. But yeah, Posability, head, left, right, up and down, a smidge. Not really a lot of waggle though, because actually I'm not sure if that's actually. Okay, there we go. Well, oh, I see. I just kind of accidentally had it really compressed down, I guess. But yeah. Okay, yeah, there we go. A little bit, yeah, a little bit of waggle left and up and down and all that stuff. I just had it compressed down. Whoops, silly me. A decent amount of posability, just not no waggle though. Shoulders though, both do full 360 outward. Like that. There is a swivel at the knee elbow, right above the elbow. The elbows can also do a full curl, both of them, even though there's asymmetry, which is nice. The wrists cannot swivel due to transformation, I guess. There is a waist swivel though, nice and unhindered. The hips can kick up really far, which is nice. Kick far up, far back, both backwards too. Outward, they can go, well, if you get that, you can do, again, really high and outward, which is ridiculous. And then you get to the knees. This is the biggest, one of the biggest points of contention, which is there's a little tab here. And what it does is make it so the knee can only go 45 degrees. As far as I can tell, and anyone else can tell, there is no reason for these tabs. They should not exist. All they do is, seemingly all they do is get in the way of posability. That's all they do. They seem to do nothing else. Because, yeah. Because, well, if you start untransforming it a bit, I mean, yeah, as far as anyone can tell, they don't do anything for the alt mode either. Yeah, as far as anyone can tell, they do nothing for alt mode. They are literally seem to have no purpose other than just be in the way. Unless, like, you know, unless it kind of tells, oh, and one surprised me is like some leftover from some old version or something where they actually did do something. But there is a simple solution. Cut them off. There, done. Guess what? Now you have 90 degrees, a little over 90 degrees of bend. The only thing is if you get a little close, you kind of see that kind of is right through. But yeah, I might have cut a little too close. But now you have unhindered, pretty much unhindered knee articulation. So yeah, I don't know what the heck they were thinking. I genuinely don't know why they decided it was a good idea to put tabs back there, but there we go. Fixed it. Takes 5 seconds. Still, it's annoying. But yeah, down here at the feet, though, you do have a bit of ankle articulation, although it's a little limited. There's an ankle, but it's just kind of limited due to sculpting. You do have forward and back, though. All again, kind of doesn't help much. Though if you get those out of the way, there you go. You get that. This can also get in and out of the way. There you go. Articulation has just pretty much, it's all right, but it has just one significant flaw, which is, although it's easily remedied. Yeah, I'm probably trying to fill that in with like, yeah, I'm a little worried about that just because that's not a whole lot of plastic, but it seems to be holding us fine. I'll see about that. I might have to find a way to do like put on some epoxy or something and just kind of cover up that hole. Yeah. If it wasn't for the knees, I would say standard posability, but the knees can really hurt it, but also it's really easy to fix, so I don't know. There, I just did it live on camera, so that's what you do. Although maybe you might want to not snip it as close as I did, I don't know. Still just bizarre how they decided to just go ahead and do it that way. But anyway, comparisons. Here he is with, this is War for Cybertron sound drive from United. So he's all shiny. You know, I think that's fine. I'm not sure. It's one of those weird things. I think it's fine. I don't remember how big they were compared to each other in the game, but that looks right-ish. Although, man, Soundwave is a little... I don't have the original War for Cybertron Megatron, but I do have the Dark Side Megatron. You know, same mold, different colors. And yeah, some people are really upset because he's only like a head and a half taller or something like that. He's not big, so much bigger. People are going to forget this was kind of a tall deluxe, and he's also really simple. But the fact that he's not towering over the old one means he's terrible, I guess, or something. I don't know. But regardless, yeah, that's the other thing is the cannon. Some people prefer the old cannon, even though this is not accurate. This is closer to accurate. It's not totally 100%, but it's closer. But some people don't care about accuracy. It's like one of those things. Basically, people really want accuracy until they get it. So there you go on that. Here he is with the new barricade, which, you know, still kind of sucks, as you can see. Still kind of sucks, but and now of course there's one to stand. There you go. Yeah, don't like that thing. Just have it around, I guess, because what else? I don't know. Who's going to buy it from me, right? Here he is with the current Optimus, which is, I will say this even now, still the best of the new War for Cybertron stuff. And just for the sake of it, completionist sake, here he is with Siege Megatron. Who's a smidge taller. So, interesting. There you go. So, it's comparisons, which means we can go ahead and do transformation. So first thing, get this unplugged right there. Now then from here, what you want to go ahead and do is open up these little panels right here on the arms. And close up the fists in there, close it back up. Open that up, close the fist up and close that up again, like so. Take the legs down here and rotate them inward, 90 degrees like that. And take the toe here and fold that in on both legs, feet. And then take this part right here, you want to bring that back down, if it's not already down. Untap that and bring that out a little bit. Bring this out right here, and then you want to bring the foot forward a little bit, and then collapse it up in there and bring it back down. And then you can go ahead and extend this thing out like so, and take this thing and unfold it and tab it in like that. Same thing on this side. Untab this, bring it out a little bit, untab that, or tab that in like that. Pick the foot here, bring it up a little bit on this hinge right here, fold it in and bring it back down, and then bring this around like so, and then take this and tab that in like that. Now up here, what you want to do is take the chest piece and untab that. Tab that right there and just bring it down like that. Down, and then from here you want to go ahead and take this and bring this up like so, and then rotate the arm up like this. Use both hinges. You want to have those tabs kind of side to side like that, because they're going to go into these these slots, and these going to go into these tabs. They are. Don't worry, they're not supposed to be parallel. That is correct. And then you bring the arm in like this, and you tab those in like that. So then you can come back here to the back, and you untab this and bring it up, extend it up like so, and rotate this darker gray piece like that. Take this and make sure this arm is straight. Bring it out a little bit, and then bring it forward like this. This is where there's a little slot on here is going to go over this tab, like so. And then this right here, this tab is going to go in this slot, and then these tabs are going to go over this slot again. It's supposed to tab in, but again, it doesn't. Not these are all tab and solvent. This one does not. Don't know why. Like that. And then you go ahead and take the legs here and bring them forward. So, and then there's this tab right here will go in this slot, and these tabs will go into slots over here. And this thing right here, these tabs will go into this right here. Like so. And there's these tabs right here at the top, at the front will also go under here like that. Same thing on this side. So, bring it all in like so, make sure it's all tabbed in, and then take the fusion cannon and peg it to the front like so. And there you go. There's Megatron in his tank mode. This is Megatron's tank mode. It's very Cybertronian. It's got the little weird hover tread things. Like, yeah, in the game they rotate, and this one kind of can, but yeah, you can't really do the whole transformation thing, where it goes from hovering to rolling. But oh well. But other than that, it looks pretty good. You got the kind of two-tone thing on. You got this, which is more accurate. Again, that is correct. You got, of course, big old fusion cannon right there. You got all that stuff. You guys, I guess, pointy bits here and back here. All that stuff. You got a bit of a gap back here and whatnot. His chest. His chest. The thing is, as far as I can tell, it doesn't tab in anything. It just kind of sits back here. That's a little annoying, and on top of that, I'm noticing the hinge is getting a little loose, so it's more likely to just kind of, do that. So that's a little disappointing. So it's a decent representation of the game. I think it's pretty, overall it looks mostly right. Might be a little things like here and there, but, from the back end in particular. But yeah, for the most part, it's decent looking, I say. It looks more or less accurate to the game. You can't really transform to have treads, so you can just slide it around. But it looks more or less pretty close to the game. You could also take the mace thing and plug it right here if you want. I guess as another gun, maybe. I don't know. You got all that. It looks all right. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. Make some comparisons. Here's the United Soundwave. Again, United Soundwave is kind of weird. He compacts down a lot. So yeah, United Soundwave, it's almost the same size. Not quite. That. Dark Side Megatron, what I have. Again, he's smaller. You can see that. He's a bit smaller. He's also based more on the concept art, so there is some differences. Yeah. He's a bit smaller overall. Just not by much. He's shorter. Yeah, he's definitely shorter. He's definitely a little more compact. You can also do this, which you can do that too, which, that's something that the other one can't, but it doesn't look great when you do that anyway, so I don't know. And again, I also want to remind you that, this is based on concept art, so it's one of those things like, people wanted accuracy, they got accuracy, and now they hate it. Also, you can do this. Yeah. What is that? Still like that, but yeah, it's not. I don't think it's a difference between the two is as extreme, as bad as people think it is. Say it is. But yeah, here's a Barricade, which again, he's a deluxe, but remember, he's a crap deluxe. He's big, but he's kind of crap. I mean, yeah, you can see he is a pretty big car, but they sacrificed a lot to get that size, this deluxe to be this big, including he's got simple transformation, and he just generally sucks. And here's a War for Cybertron, the new one, Optimus, which he's a chunky thing comparatively. So that's the thing. Again, I would say at this point of the, I guess now 5 we've gotten, this is still the best of the 5. That might change on the line, who knows? But at this point, he's still a good figure and whatnot. But yeah. And finally, just for the heck of it, here is Siege Megatron. There's they are. Siege Megatron is noticeably larger, though. Not by much. Not as much as I thought it would be, but there you go. Now, War for Cybertron and Megatron. So did you get him? Well, he's a mixed bag. I don't think he's as bad as a lot of people say he is. A lot of people have pretty much dismissed him as garbage. Particularly after the comparisons between him and the original toy came out, and people are like, oh, he's only that much taller. He should be way taller, and for reasons I don't know. It's like, I think people forget the old one is a lot simpler and also is a kind of a big deluxe for its time. He is a bit on the smaller side for a Voyager, but like not that much smaller. It's one of those weird things where a lot of things I think came together to make him just kind of look like it wasn't as, and on top of that, the photography kind of made, minimize the difference in size between the two. The biggest problem, I think the biggest problem is just simply the knees. I don't know why they designed it like that. It's bizarre, but it's also easy to fix. It literally takes 5 seconds. You get a pair of nippers and done. Or you just grind it down, whatever you got to do, but it does not take much to fix it. So I don't know why in the world they designed it like that, but there you go. Transformation itself is also, it's kind of cool. I like what they did. It's more clever than I thought it would be, but also unfortunate. I feel like, why is that chest piece not tab in anywhere for the alt mode? It's kind of annoying that it doesn't do that. But the transformation is somewhat clever, actually. I like it. And the tank mode is all right. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. So it's all right. But I think a lot of people, I think are overhating it, is my opinion. People are overhating this thing. It's not an amazing figure. It's a decent figure. It's got a good robot mode. It's got, again, once you clip off the knee tab things, it's got good posability. It looks good. It's more game accurate. It's got a good fun transformation. It's got an alright alt mode. It's not terrible. It's not... People are acting like it's Barricade. It's not like Barricade. And also, I think for you people, people overreacted to Bumblebee as well. He's an alright figure. He's a pretty decent figure. He's probably not one you're going to... Unless you're huge into design or whatever, probably not one you're going to want to get at full price. But consider getting him down the line. Maybe if you see him at a discount or something, consider getting him. He's not a bad figure by any means. Anyone who calls it a bad figure is exaggerating. It's a decent figure. I think it's a pretty decent figure. But the Optimus is still for the best one at this point. It's nowhere near as bad as Barricade. Barricade just is. Ugh. So there you go. There's my thing. I would say go ahead and pick them up at a discount. So that's it. That's it for this one. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hopefully, comment and subscribe. Check out my social media. They're down in the description at the end of the video. And check out my Patreon and my coffee. And I shall see you next time with another video review.